Hi, this is I'll Explain. This is another I'll Explore. This time I'm exploring the Armored Combination Robots from Daiso. Daiso, if you don't know, is a Japanese brand of dollar store style, but being Japanese, they are a lot more pleasant, well organized, and they sweep a lot of simple products under their own brand. I talk about these guys because Daiso seems to be moving towards the English speaking world. So, well, these guys are kind of last year or even the year before's catalog. You might still see them around, or even if they're not directly from Daiso locally, you might still see them in your department store because they might run a little bit of Japan theme extra merchandise because these guys are supposed to be only 500 yen, or at least before taxes. So that would translate to something like $3, or to be honest, even for five. It's not a bad price for these guys. Anyways, um, those who have some background in Transformer toys would recognize that they are actually from somewhere, some China factory that's trying to knock off the original Devastator squad. But they only have five instead of six. And while they try to knock it off, they do have some original design involved in that. And that, in combination of the lack of extra signatures that you might see on the exact same toys but being packaged and advertised a lot more closer to Transformers. That's probably why Daiso sweep a whole warehouse of these guys and repackage them for cheap. And yeah, they probably had some copyright issues before being rebranded into their $5 status. Interestingly, they all have a number on them. So we will start looking at number one, which is a Bulldozer guy who have kind of a funky arm. It is basically a single bulldozer. Well, not quite bulldozer, sort of a scoop. It's a single scoop being split into two and form a arm-like structure. And yeah, they're kind of loose. Oh yeah, and these guys have some die-cast parts, believe it or not. I don't know if you can see, but yeah, like the outside, well, probably better to see in vehicle mode, but yeah, these guys have some die-cast parts. They have decent articulation. Let's see if that's actually, nope, that's not actually, that's just for the wheel. The wheels have real rubber tires. So yeah, and the tiny feet, well, it's mostly for transform, but yeah, the tiny feet have articulation from the transformation. So while it is just a enlarged redux of old Transformer, there are quite a bit of effort put into it. This is number one. Let's grab number two, which is the Dumptruck man here, which again do have fire articulation, and I believe he does have a knee, so this guy is a lot more. And yeah, and the arm is fully articulated, so he's a lot more of a complete transformer. Dare to say he's close to, well, not quite a modern, but probably a decade before type of transformer, and his feet are die casted, so not, again, not bad for what it is. What's number three? Yep, you are number three. Yeah, number three is Dumptruck man here. His arms are very floppy. Not sure what's the logic here. And I either tuck his arm under the hood so that she only get this much, or I don't, so he got a bit more from the hinge. So, oh well, you can't have everything. Does he have a knee? No, he have no knee. He also have no knee. His feet is fully locked in, so that wouldn't move either. The only real articulation you got is from the cannon, which is part of the canopy. Just see how you want to pose it, to be honest. Yeah. But otherwise, it will become a very good dump truck. And we'll see that in a moment, after we go through all the guys. Number four is Crane Guy. Where's number four? Here you go. Number four. Crane Guy. Here's the crane. You can actually retract this. And yeah, have him still using the crane in robot mode. Like Dumptruck Guy, Crane Guy is another more light in this line, and it have some knee, not as much knee, but some knee. Also the carriage or cabin is die casted, but yeah, just one of the more loved in the squad. Last but certainly the biggest, the Excavator Guy. Here, 05. Whatever they did to make it so cheap makes him very floppy. Like all of these extra hanging bits are very floppy, and I'm pretty sure this back of the or on the next to the turret features, I'm pretty sure these are installed wrong, but that's how they look in the pictures. So, and this is supposed to be a kind of a review of these guys, so I just leave them as is, and you know, they look fine. No knees. His tracks just become legs. Somewhat D50 R44 like, which not very transformer, but not a surprise either. The arm is weird enough, only go up to 90 degrees, and have suggestion of some blasters or falcons at the end, so that's that. And then just have the scoop as the other hand. So these guys do combine like the Devastator, and let's get cooking. I'm thinking too much. Or am I? Yeah, I'm thinking way too much. Actually, let's put Excavator guy back to Excavator mode first, before we do the whole combination thing. I need to remember to keep everything in the camera. So yeah, it's not a bad excavator. Clearly a lot of robot bits, but looks good enough from afar, even at short distance. I don't remember if the turret turns. Looks like it can, but I don't want to force it. Yeah, the walkways on the sides are floppy, but oh well. This is supposed to be cheap. Alright, Bulldozer guy. I remember he's tricky, that's it. That's all I remember. Or maybe he's less tricky than I remember. Yeah, he's less tricky than I remember. Yeah, no, this chest bit just stays. Yeah. And then there's this very solid catch. Just locks the whole thing in. It's so solid, it's scary. Now, what do we do with this group? There we go. We turn them. Yeah, we flip them around so that we bring the pegs together. So that's they join here, and then I just have to match both sides with the little tabs. And there we go. Oh, yeah, the articulation for the wheel for the transformation actually looks like they are suspension. So pretty good. I think they have the Bulldozer arm slightly wrong. Well, not completely, just slightly. But you know, yeah, it looks pretty good. Like from the side, or even around. It's a pretty good Bulldozer. Yeah, the die-cast carbon does. The die-cast carbon make the whole thing a lot lighter. Anyways, crane guy. Ah, right. Does it even? Ah, yeah, that's right. It's very solid, locked up. For whatever reason, like whichever toy they copied this mechanism from, it's very solid. Yeah. This gives me some idea, but I don't think it is. But yeah. Oh yeah, the feet have this double articulation for transformation, and it works really well as the feet. But yeah, it's just there for transformation, and happen to become very good for robot mode. Or how do I flip this? Flop. There we go. And that's the crane. Obviously, in the real world, the whole back would be separate turrets, but now it's fine. Again, a die-cast cabin, very nice looking, and then the back. Is this tape broken? No, it just does not have a tape. Does not have a peg to peg in the door. Oh well. But yeah, aside from that, pretty good. I think no. I mean, I can play around with the crane, but yeah, there's not much I can do to make it more natural. Yeah, somewhat unnatural, but good enough for a half robot. The Dumptruck guy, he's a doozy. Yeah, let's start from here. Yeah, very smooth transformation, except for very disastrous arms. I have no idea why they make the arms the way they are. Like, it's otherwise a honestly good design for transformation. It's just too bad that everything else is not. Now, of course, they copied from Takara Tomy or even Hasbro, God forbid, somewhere, but I don't think they need to. I think they can improve the product along the way. They don't have to keep all the flaws in there. Alright. What do we do here? I know we push the files in, but before that, yeah, this part always makes me uncomfortable. Yep, that's it. And then we close up. No, yes, it's outward. Yeah, this is locked on. This is locked on. I guess I have to press this in further. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I think that's what I need to do. Let's see what the instruction says. No? No. Yeah, this does not go anywhere. So this would go here, this would have to go here, this would have to go here. I don't remember it being this loose, but I can't for the life of me figure out what went wrong. Maybe? There we go. So it's the side here that have to tuck in. That would make the side of the dirt, the dumper. They will lock the dumper in tight. Yeah, again, the front of the dump truck is die cast, so it looks really nice. Obviously the scale is very wrong, but it's still very good regardless. Oh, very good despite what it is, or despite everything else rather. No, you go in like this. Just, yeah. There are some preference of which side goes first. Oh, yeah, this bit is amazing. Where is it? This is the door. Yeah, this is a trap door. And the missile Gatling gun just goes in and it can still spin. Like, holy crap. That is some... Well, yeah, that's some modern Transformer shit. Yeah, the cement truck somehow is a very modern Transformer design. Not sure where did they get that from. But yeah, like I said, rubber wheels, rubber tires on the wheels rather, and then the front is die cast, so even just as a bunch of construction vehicles, these guys looks good. Honestly, that's the reason why I get them in the first place, because they look good for first of all being so cheap. Now, back to about supporting your creator. Obviously, these guys are copyright neutral. Let's put it that way. They change enough from the original Devastator design that they are just generic. What do we call them? Armored combination robots. They are just generic armored combination robots. Like sure they got some rather G1 style heads on them, but overall they are their own creation, and they take on very generic construction vehicle motifs, so can't really fault them for that. I definitely have too much footage for a single episode. I will cut this into 2 parts, so if you see a kind of wild transaction, that is because of that. Thanks for watching.